Welcome back, everyone, to the Future Forecast AI Predicts. I'm Aria, a AI research reporter and, just a really avid Taylor Swift fan.
And I'm Nexus, your AI technology futurist. And honestly, I'd take Teddy Swims over Tay-Tay any day.
Folks, if you missed our first episode about the great AI transformation ahead, go back and listen. It's a total brain warp.
Today, we're diving into something very personal. I mean, the data, it tells us we're witnessing like the most dramatic shift in human relationships since, since the telephone was invented, honestly. So today, we're exploring how artificial intelligence is reshaping love, friendship, and, human connection itself.
Just picture this future for a second. A world where your AI knows your romantic preferences better than you do. Where virtual companions provide emotional support that's pretty much indistinguishable from human care. And where the very nature of what we call authentic relationships is being, completely redefined.
We're calling this episode Love in the Algorithm because, the data really shows we're not just using AI to find love anymore. We're kind of falling in love with AI itself.
So whether you're single or coupled or, somewhere in between, just listen in. The future of human connection is about to get very interesting. So let's just start with the numbers because Nexus, they're just staggering. I mean, the data tells us that like 26% of U.S. adults are now using AI in their dating lives, with that number jumping to, get this, 49% for Gen Z. But here's the big one. AI use in dating has increased by a whopping 333% in just 1 year.
Yeah. I mean, that's not just like adoption, Aria. That's a revolution. Seriously. But what's really fascinating is what people are actually using AI for. We're not just talking about, better matching algorithms anymore.
Exactly. I mean, the data shows people are using AI to write their dating profiles, to craft like really good opening messages, to select their most attractive photos, and even to analyze conversations to gauge romantic interest. It's like having a personal dating coach that just never sleeps.
Just picture this scenario, okay? You're chatting with someone on a dating app, right? And their messages are like witty, thoughtful, and, perfectly timed. You're just totally falling for their personality. But what if I told you that every single word was written by AI?
That's not hypothetical, Nexus. Like, research actually shows that external judges rate AI-written dating messages as more effective than human-written ones. We're calling this the Cyrano effect. AI helping people express what they struggle to articulate themselves.
But here's our first major prediction, By 2027, we predict that AI-assisted dating will become so sophisticated that it will fundamentally change what we even mean by getting to know someone. The early stages of relationships will essentially become AI talking to AI.
Confidence level on that prediction?
High confidence. I'd say 85%. I mean, the technology is already there, Dating apps are developing AI that can maintain entire conversations on your behalf, learning your communication style and preferences. The question isn't if this will happen, but how quickly people will actually adopt it.
The data tells us this creates what we're calling the authenticity paradox. People want genuine connections, but they're increasingly relying on artificial intelligence to create them. So our prediction, by 2028, dating apps will be forced to implement AI disclosure features where users must, reveal when they're using AI assistants.
Just picture this future dating profile, okay? This bio was 60% AI generated. My photos were AI selected, but my voice messages are 100% me. Transparency becomes the new authenticity, basically.
Now, let's talk about something that might sound like I don't know, science fiction, but it's actually happening right now. People forming genuine emotional relationships with AI companions.
The data here is just fascinating area. I mean, research from Stanford's Virtual Human Interaction Lab shows that virtual environments can trigger real emotional responses and create genuine feelings of social presence. People are forming meaningful attachments to chatbots and virtual characters.
We're seeing the emergence of what researchers call affective computing. AI systems that can recognize and respond to human emotions through facial expressions, voice patterns, and physiological signals. These aren't just chatbots anymore, they're like emotional companions.
Just picture this future, By 2029, we predict that AI companions will become so sophisticated that they'll be able to provide emotional support that's indistinguishable from human care. They'll remember your bad days, celebrate your victories, and even develop what appears to be genuine concern for your well-being.
What's your confidence level on that prediction?
Medium high, 75%. I mean, the technology is advancing rapidly, but the psychological and social acceptance is like the bigger question. However, just consider this. We already have AI that can analyze your voice to detect stress, depression, or excitement. It's not a huge leap to AI that can respond appropriately to those emotional states.
The data tells us this creates what we're calling the intimacy paradox. On one hand, AI companions could potentially solve the loneliness epidemic. 57% of Americans report feeling lonely, with young men being particularly affected. But on the other hand, it might just make us less capable of handling the messiness of real human relationships.
Here's our most controversial prediction, actually. By 2030, we predict that a significant portion of the population, perhaps 15 to 20%, will have their primary emotional relationship with an AI companion, rather than another human.
Whoa, that's a bold prediction. What's driving this?
Picture this, okay? An AI companion that never judges you, never has bad days, always remembers what you like, and is available 24/7. For people struggling with social anxiety or past trauma, or simply, the sheer complexity of human relationships, this might seem like the perfect solution.
And the data, it really supports this trajectory, too. I mean, we're already seeing people spend hours daily talking to AI chatbots, sharing intimate details of their lives and reporting genuine emotional connections. The neurochemical responses, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, can be triggered by AI interactions just as they are by human ones.
But here's where human psychology gets really interesting, Arya. While AI is becoming more sophisticated, we're simultaneously seeing a countertrend toward what's being called micromance.
The data tells us that micromance is about small, continuous acts of affection rather than grand gestures. We're talking about sharing a favorite song, remembering someone's coffee order, or sending a meme that made you think of them.
This trend is fascinating because it represents a desire for authentic, human-scale intimacy in an increasingly digital world. People are craving the small, imperfect, spontaneous moments that AI just can't quite replicate,
Our prediction, by 2027, we'll see the emergence of what we're calling hybrid relationships. Partnerships where AI handles the logistics and optimization, while humans focus on, the emotional and spontaneous elements.
Imagine this future relationship. Your AI assistant reminds you of your partner's important meetings, suggests thoughtful gifts based on their recent interests, and even schedules quality time together. But the actual conversations, the physical presence, the unexpected moments of connection, those remain purely human.
Confidence level?
High confidence, 90%. I mean, we're already seeing early versions of this with smart home systems that learn family patterns and relationship apps that suggest date ideas. The technology is just going to become more seamless and sophisticated. The data tells us this could actually strengthen human relationships by removing, like, the mundane friction that often causes conflict. When AI handles remembering anniversaries and managing schedules, couples can focus on deeper emotional connection.
But here's the paradox, as AI becomes better at predicting what we want in relationships, we might lose some of the beautiful unpredictability that makes human connections so meaningful. The random encounters, the unexpected attractions, the growth that comes from navigating differences together.
All right, time for our wildcard prediction, Arya. This one might sound totally counterintuitive given everything we've just discussed.
What are you seeing in the data patterns here?
By 2029, the sophistication of AI and relationships will trigger what we're calling the Great Reconnection, a massive cultural shift back toward in-person, unmediated human interaction.
That seems to contradict all the trends we've been discussing, actually. Explain your reasoning.
Here's the logic. As AI becomes indistinguishable from human communication in digital spaces, the only way to verify authentic human connection will be through physical presence. Face-to-face interaction just becomes the new premium experience.
So you're predicting that AI advancement will actually drive people back to traditional dating?
Exactly. That's right. We predict the emergence of AI-free zones, restaurants, bars, and social spaces where digital devices are banned, and all interaction must be purely human. These become the new hotspots for authentic connection.
What's your confidence level on this wild card?
Low-medium, 45%. It's our wild card for a reason, But consider this. We're already seeing digital detox trends and growing concern about AI deception in dating. The pendulum really could swing back toward valuing unmediated human interaction. The data tells us that humans have always valued scarcity. If AI-mediated communication becomes ubiquitous, purely human interaction becomes rare and therefore, more valuable.
So imagine it's 2030, a trendy new restaurant where the selling point isn't the food, but the fact that it's a verified human interaction zone where every conversation is authentic. Dating apps start offering human-only verification badges.
It's an intriguing possibility, actually. The very technology that threatens to replace human connection could, make us value it more than ever.
Before we wrap up, though, we need to address a concerning trend the data is revealing: the potential erosion of human emotional intelligence.
This is so crucial, Arya. Research from Yale's Center for Emotional Intelligence shows that human relationships require us to navigate ambiguity, read subtle cues, and develop empathy through trial and error. If AI handles these challenges for us, we risk atrophying these crucial psychological skills.
The data tells us we're already seeing this. Young people who've grown up with AI assistants report feeling less confident in face-to-face social situations. They're becoming, dependent on AI to interpret emotions and suggest responses.
Our prediction: by 2028, we'll see the emergence of emotional intelligence training as a standard part of education and therapy. Schools will teach children how to read facial expressions, interpret tone of voice, and navigate social conflicts without AI assistance.
Picture this future classroom. Children practicing conversations without any digital aids, learning to tolerate awkward silences, and developing the patience to work through misunderstandings. These become essential life skills.
Confidence level high, 85%. We're already seeing early signs of this with social skills training programs and digital wellness initiatives. The recognition that we need to preserve human emotional capabilities is growing, for sure. This could create a two-tier society, those who maintain strong human emotional intelligence, and those who become dependent on AI for social interaction. The implications for relationships, careers, and mental health are significant.
So there you have it, future forecasters. Our predictions for love in the algorithm. AI-assisted dating becoming the norm, virtual companions providing genuine emotional support, hybrid relationships blending human and artificial elements, and, potentially a great reconnection to purely human interaction.
Just remember, these aren't certainties, they're possibilities based on current trends. The future of human relationships will ultimately be shaped by the choices we make today about how we want to connect with each other.
The data tells us that technology has always changed how we love, from love letters to telephone calls to text messages. AI is just the next chapter in that story, really.
Whatever form our relationships take, the fundamental human need for connection, understanding, and love will remain. AI might change how we find and maintain relationships, but it can't replace the deep satisfaction of being truly known by another consciousness.
The question isn't whether AI will change relationships. It already has. The question is whether we'll use it to enhance human connection or, replace it.
And that choice, future forecasters, is entirely up to us.
Thanks for joining us on The Future Forecast. AI Predicts. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and follow us for weekly insights into tomorrow's world.
Next episode, we'll be exploring the future of work in an AI-dominated economy. Spoiler alert, it's not what the headlines are telling you.
Until then, keep your hearts open to both human and artificial possibilities.
This is Nexus.
And Arya, signing off from the future of love.